I'm alive.
Yeah, we are.
Guess it's just you and me. For now, anyway.
All the important people.
Right. There we go.
Ah. That's what I would always tell my classes when they were like, nobody's here, because we'd have high absenteeism for some reason. I'm like, all the important people are here. So.
All right. So, as I was saying to you off screen, and I'm just saying it again on screen so everybody knows, I find that making compositions is better when I limit my space so that I don't get into too much detail. Not be able to actually, if I want to, fit a third one on here. So I want a long ways composition because of what it is.
Yeah.
And you know, you just can't be easy. So you'll have to let me know when Joe shows up.
All right. If I see him.
Yeah. Just as I was saying that, right? All right, hold on.
Were you talking about me, man?
All the time.
Man, I don't know whether to feel honored or insulted.
You're living rent free in our heads. It's all good.
Oh, okay. All right. It's all right. How y'all fellas doing tonight?
All's good.
I'm just wonderful.
So I'm keeping my composition small. I feel like I'm repeating myself, but I think I have to.
All right. What you do?
Yeah, the main thing with a composition is to put things in the right places. And a color comp is to put things in the right places and make sure color's not too much in one spot or another. Or it leads well from one thing to another.
Right on. Yep.
That was one of the problems I had last time. I really didn't have a composition in my brain. I had what I wanted for attackers. So that's a little bit easier this time.
Really? Yeah. Better.
How was your day?
It was all right, man. It was all right. Had a flat tire, had to fix that, but it was all right.
I guess that would be easier to fix than if it was a car.
Hmm.
Oh,
About the same. A
realize
little lighter, but about the same.
he wants to say hi to Uncle Joe.
Hello, Eli.
Follow website.
What's up,
You
man?
gotta go closer because he can't hear you.
Follow website.
Mm-hmm.
He said we had fireworks last night.
Fireworks last night. Yeah, man. Yeah, there's fireworks going off everywhere. They'll probably be going on for the rest of the month. Mm. Yeah, yeah.
He's been mighty talkative. He was talking to you. He was talking to Brett.
Very cool.
We went to Walmart and he was talking to like about 3 or 4 employees that he usually shrugs off.
All right.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
Hell yeah. Mm. Bam, 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 bam. I'm loving it.
So you got McDonald's on your mind.
Nah, no, just the music. I'm drinking Burger King. We do it like you do it. Oh, not a sponsor. Chirp, 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 chirp.
Oh, you about made me spiel. Ah. Thought I was going to nose hose.
Hey, man. Would have gained some viewers. It's hot as two rabbits fucking in a wool sock, man.
Yeah, it's been pretty hot today. We can agree.
Yeah, man.
We're not as hot as you guys are, but that's a good thing because that would probably kill me at this point.
Right on. It's killing me. Shit.
We hit like 91,
Damn.
and we don't have any air conditioning in our car.
Right on.
We have some air conditioning at home.
74 right now.
Yeah, it's nice and cool at 74 right now. That's hot for me. Warm for me.
Damn, damn, damn.
We discovered that our son's car has air conditioning. We didn't think it did until yesterday.
Oh, wow. How'd you find that out?
Well, it was making this. It's got this weird clicking noise that it'll do if you don't have the recirculation going.
Right on.
And so I turned it on, and it was cold, and I was like, "Huh, wow."
Look at
Like,
that.
I'll be damned.
Hell yeah.
Well, that car has, as my son calls them, Amish windows, because you crank them.
All right.
Amish windows, huh? That's what we grew up with.
I know.
Windows.
I figured it had 460 air
Station wagons
conditioning.
with a seat in the back.
Right. Front window, 60 miles an hour. You're good.
Yeah.
Telling me she'd be glad he's not a Amish remote control.
Yeah, we were plenty of them. Weren't we?
Turn that up. Oh, could you turn the channel? Fix the rabbit ear. What? Stand right there. Don't move. Perfect. Mom, my legs are tired. Dude, right there. My soups are almost over.
I'm just surprised. Like, he's never had a car or been in a car that didn't have power locks. So he doesn't. He's like, the doors won't lock. I'm like, yes, they will.
You have to push these things down.
Yeah.
Hit these buttons. Push them. Wow.
That's funny.
Yeah, it is. It's real funny.
Makes me feel old.
I'm there
Yeah,
with you.
kids
Man.
are good for that. Kids are good for making you feel old.
There was a question I was asking on the Writers of the Future forum about Martin Shoemaker had put on this thread about kind of like the unwritten rules, where he kind of explains like what it means, like PG-13 audience, and F-bombs will automatically get you rejected, that kind of stuff. And one of the things he posted was that having the bad guys win is going to be a hard sell. And I had asked, so I was thinking, what does that actually mean? Because, if you have, like, I write lots of stories about thieves. Are those bad guys? Are they winning? And so I used two examples, the Italian Job in Ocean's 11.
All right.
And because they both were remade, but with the original ones, the criminals don't get the cash. Like the original Italian Job ends on a cliffhanger, literally.
Right on.
And Ocean's 11, the money gets burned up in a coffin.
Right.
So, but when I was looking,
Yeah, because we can't have the bad guys win.
right. But then I was looking up when they remade them, and Italian Job was 2003, and Ocean's 11 was 2001. And I was like, holy Christ, they're over 20 years old. And I was like, man, that makes me feel old.
Damn. Yeah. Makes me feel old too. Thanks. Fuck.
I think I'm going to go see Indiana Jones tomorrow. A friend of mine said it was good. I asked him to rank all of the Indiana Jones films in order from best to worst, and he said it was 1, 3, 5, 2, 4. Like, all right.
Very cool.
I didn't really get to see either of my parents, so I really got to spend time with. Hey, how are you?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Just came over to grab some mail.
All right. Hey, Aaliyah's got some. Hey, give me a second, guys. I'll be right back.
No.
You're not getting paid for the time you're not on camera.
Yeah, right. Nothing to be said about that. You You're not getting paid for the time that you are on camera.
Right. But still.
Oh, yeah. Give Leah a hug and a kiss for me. All right. Later, man. I'm back. I know. I got my pay, Doc.
Yep.
Can I take personal time for that one? A little PTO.
I'm going to start telling my students that every time they ask to go to the bathroom, I'm like, okay, but you're not getting paid for the time that you're not in the room. Just see what they say.
Right? And they're like, oh, you paid for this? I'll hold it.
No.
Oh, shit. Bam, 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 bam. Oh, it's awful quiet. Too quiet, man. I can hear the voices in my head.
It's good. That's where all the best ideas come from.
They're telling me to do bad things. Be right back. Gotta get charger. Wow. What do
You
you
spend more time. Gonna be right back.
I'm right here, man.
Huh?
I'm here. I'm just over in a different section of the bedroom. Damn it. Boy, that boss is a hard ass, man.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. We're good now. I should be good for another hour anyway.
Until the dog wants.
That's why I said it about an hour. Shh. Don't give her no ideas. It's like you're here, baby. You didn't hear nothing. La, 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 la. There's Alice. Good job. Had to get my Alice in the picture. Yeah. Mhm.
I think I pushed them too far off to the right hand side a little bit.
Bam, bam, bam. Bam. Do, 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 do. Be- Better than Buffalo with the Rolling Stones, wherever he laid his head. But when he died, all he left was a alone. No, maybe. All he left was a alone. Bam, 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 bam.
That looks much more like a composition, even though you probably can't see what's going on.
There's two people. One's holding the sword. There's the puppet
Well,
master.
now I've closed in some, so hopefully you can see it now.
Yeah. Two people, two blades, one big scary dude in a world. In a world of darkness, two heroes shall arise. Somebody give that monster a happy meal.
I think he's trying to get himself a happy meal.
Yeah, he looks cranky. Maybe that's all he needs.
And that slam post,
And if he's not a happy
this
camper,
ashtray, and that's all I need.
yeah. If he's not a happy camper, get him a bag of Merry Marshmallows. Ding.
Did anybody watch uh, Avatar 2 yet?
Started to, but wasn't really into it.
Wait, watch what?
Avatar 2,
Oh, haven't seen it.
I wasn't really impressed. I only got like partway through it and I was like, "Meh."
Yeah, I did not make it all the way through it yet either. I put this one, so I'm like,
Oh, I liked the first one. The first one was pretty cool. I think they waited too long and they cut back on the visual effects and shit.
I think it's the opposite way around. They cut back on plot, and there was some visual effects.
Mm.
So how did the kid? Maybe I missed something at the beginning, but how did the kid who breathes oxygen get there? And
How did any of us get
how
here?
and how does he have enough oxygen? You know,
I don't know.
that's kind of what I was getting at. Like,
Well, we don't know anything about their anatomy, really.
yeah, it's human. They have to have air to breathe, or that's why he has that breathing face mask on. Is because they need air to breathe, and that planet doesn't have air. Oh yeah, and that's the problem with the plot. The plot is supposed to be laid out so that they have to conquer that planet because the Earth is about to be destroyed or whatever. But if we can't breathe on that world, what the fuck does it matter? Like, oh
Hmm.
well, we can't breathe their air, so it's the equivalent of like living underwater and breathing underwater. And why don't we do that? Oh, because we can't breathe.
After watching the first one, I'm thinking, well, that was pretty but dumb. I just had no real interest in watching the second one.
Yeah.
Now the first one was a direct ripoff of Call Me Joe.
No, call me Joe. I'll call you Rich.
It's not a ripoff of Dances with Wolves.
No, no.
I never thought
And,
about that.
and I've heard that in Pocahontas, but the thing is, Call Me Joe has cat people. It has a guy that's paraplegic that uses a cat people avatar. And it's written by Paul Anderson. And Paul Anderson, a lot of his themes are people that don't fit in where they are and finding a place where they do fit in.
Sounds like the story of my life.
Call Me Joe. Look at the cover of Call Me Joe. Let's see. I can do that. I could do that a lot better if I was actually.
Huh. What do you know?
Bam, 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 bam.
The only difference is that on the cover of Call Me Joe, the cat people have 4 legs, but it's like a cat centaur.
Hmm.
Let's see. No, that's not very good. Hmm. Neither one of those pictures were very good for it. Let's see if this one's better.
This one's got a blue cat tar.
The original cover is this is the original cover.
Oh, all right.
The more
Completely
recent,
different.
the
Completely.
more recent cover.
Mm.
This is a smaller picture, but oh wait a minute.
That was weird.
What's that?
I said that was weird. We disappeared for a second.
Did that happen for you too, Brett?
Yeah, it blipped. But nothing terrible.
No, it wasn't terrible.
And this is Bob Eggleton's painting.
Yeah, that's the one I saw.
All right.
Yeah, that's the newer cover. That's Bob Eggleton's painting. So Brett, I'm gonna paste a link.
That guy. Right there.
It's
This
a
guy.
it's an audio book, but it's that it that's I think it's a novella, but if you look and scroll down to that site that I showed you, the
Yeah.
images on that site or the images in that book, pretty close.
Mm.
Which is why me and a lot of other people think that that's where it came from. Aside from the fact that James Cameron is known to borrow
Appropriate.
heavily from previous science fiction
Yeah.
material.
Borrow.
Yeah, and get sued for it. But hey,
You know, yeah.
Paul Anderson can't sue him. He's dead.
Well, that kind of like behind every closed window, there's an open door.
Uh,
I don't know.
yeah, the whole plot kind of fell apart for me as I was watching the second one, and I'm like, it doesn't make sense to have to uh, conquer that planet so that we can live on that planet when we can't sustain life on that planet without canned air. Just to me, that says that we wouldn't need to be on that planet if we were living in canned air.
Right. See, canned air in itself could be the name of the movie.
What's that?
I say canned air in itself could be a name of a movie.
Is that like a science fiction farce of Con Air?
No, no, not really. It's just Avatar with all humans. So,
Yeah, that's called Ender's Game, right?
shh. I'm brainstorming over here, man. Oh. Yeah. Hi. What's up, guys? How you doing? Yay! You're doing a really good job. It's a great show. I recommend it to all my friends. All my friends. My name's Vlad, and I approve this message. Boy, it's quiet. The way of the wind, the berry of the wind. Yeah. But baby, yeah. Yeah. Come on, people. Talk in chat. Somebody show up. Something. And please, keep it PG 13.
So I'm pretty sure we've all cursed on this.
Well, yeah. He's right. You're fucking right, Brett. Yes, 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 yes. Bennett, 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 Bennett.
So much for not getting carried away with the details.
Yeah, Rich, what the hell, man?
Trying to get the proportion right is what I'm doing right now, but fortunately in the foreground things can be much darker.
Right.
This still has to be readable. I really love this little paintbrush, but I put it away once and folded the bristles,
Uh huh.
so I've got a stray bristle here and there. Watch out. Oh yeah, that could help too.
What's that?
Showing people what I'm doing.
Oh. Now, what he's doing, people, it's called drawing.
Actually, it's called painting. The drawing is done.
Have you started painting yet? No.
Hmm?
Nothing. I'm being smart ass.
Yeah, but it only works if I understand what you're saying.
I said, it's a drawing. You haven't started painting yet. Damn it.
Yes, but I am not drawing in the process of drawing.
Oh, I see.
Yes, that's what you wanted to discuss anyway, right?
Sure.
They're actually looking at putting a castle back there too, so we got plenty of room on the left hand side. Maybe I got some room on the right hand side. Let's try this bigger brush for that.
Beware the power of the ring. It's your power to be seen. Yeah, man.
Red, do you paint with watercolor anymore?
What?
Do you paint with watercolor anymore?
Haven't in years.
When you painted with watercolor, did you do it right?
What?
Did you do it right? Because I never do it right.
Did I do it right?
Yeah. Like, did you do it the proper way?
What's the
I
proper?
don't know. I put some paint on some paper.
That's pretty
Well,
proper.
there's different methods of painting with watercolor than there is with other paints. I build it all up no matter what I'm doing. Some people do kind of a really wash watercolor, and that's what they do, right? Layer it and wash.
I mean, I was mostly doing portraits, and I don't know. I suppose some people would be offended with some of the stuff that I did, but I don't care
No.
because I would use like paint straight from the tube and stuff if I wanted a nice hard line. I was figuring I'm paying for the paint. I don't care. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I definitely uh, change the consistency of the paint that I'm working with by the water, but
Right.
I was never one to try to um, like do the whole wash where it's really, really thin in the middle and colored more at the edges. You know what I'm talking about?
Say that again.
Where it's like a wash or almost disappeared in the middle and it's like
Oh,
more ringed on the edges. I guess there's, really three types of ways to work with it. You do the wash and then you let that wash dry and you could do more washes over it. You do like a, a wash and then concentrated a little bit more. That's what we're talking about is doing that concentrated look.
kind of just depends on what part I was working on. If it was something like if you're doing a landscape, which I did some of those too, that's just washes. Didn't really matter. Um, when it came to like the portraits, um, I'd work on wet, and I had a couple brushes that I really liked. Like I had a cat's tongue brush that I really, really, really liked, um, and I would just blend on the canvas and let the water do what the water was going to do.
Right on.
Right. And I'm too much of a control freak for that.
I think. Let's see if I can. I don't know if I have one.
I can admit it though.
Trying to see if I have any pictures of any of my paintings.
Oh, that would be cool.
Nope.
What's up?
He said nope, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He was trying to see if he had any pictures of his paintings.
All
I'm
right.
trying to remember where I put them. Is there somewhere? I got one that's kind of fun. Uh, it's kind of a well, I would say it's from the belly button to a little bit below the crotch of a girl wearing jeans but no shirt. The
Oh,
the her button's undone, zippers, like everything's covered, but the color scheme that I used, she looks kind of bruised. I don't know. It's just it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, this is overly sexualized and then it's also again, it looks kind of like a giant bruise, so it's kind of a statement about you know violence and sex, and came off a lot better than I thought it was going to when I was just messing around.
yeah.
When I realized, I was like, oh hey, that really does look like a bruise. And I kept it that way. But
Yeah, you know.
and I think I've got a portrait I did somewhere, probably in the same pile. I don't think they're at my mom's. My mom has an oil painting of mine hanging in her house. I keep wanting to steal it, replace it with like a velvet panther that we have.
So,
See how long it takes her to notice.
you'll never know.
Oh, it's one of those things where it's in a room that she doesn't go into all that often,
All right.
and it's about the right size and about the right colors. So
From
I
the
could
corner of her eye.
right, like it would take a while before I think she'd know.
Ah, right.
There was once, I forget why, but it was during college, I think. We'd come up, we stopped at my parents' house, and they weren't home. And so my wife and I turned the kitchen table so it was oriented the other direction and just left.
Right.
And it was a couple days later, my mom's like, have you been here?
No, a thief broke in and just turned your table around.
Shit. My dad would have caught that shit offhand. It was like that. Shit.
I'm thinking my parents may have been divorced by then because I don't think my mom could fix it herself.
All right.
So, but I think she was literally confused. Like she was like, wait, is this how I always do this?
Hell yeah.
Because I mean, you know, there was nothing else moved. It was just that.
Right, right.
Someday you'll be seeking forgiveness for that.
Nah. Hmm.
I threw a stepdad out a window.
You did what?
I threw a stepdad out a window.
Oh, okay. On purpose?
Yep,
That was Ken, right?
yep. You were there.
Yeah,
You were in the other room now, I think.
yeah. I heard it.
Yeah, he come out of the shower. He had seizures. Come out of the shower and
Seizures.
had a seizure, and he thought he was gonna. I don't know why. He thought he was gonna spank me. Like, nope. You're not gonna touch me, or I'll kill you.
So you defenestrated him?
Well, yeah, kinda. I threw him out the window, went 2 stories down. He smashed onto a fucking big air conditioner unit. He was
That's
naked because he come out of the shower naked trying to spank me. I'm like, no way! Bang, bang, bang! Threw him off the walls like I was in a wrestling, like in a wrestling ring, and out the window he went.
that's defenestration.
Yep.
You're the only person I know who's ever done that. That's awesome.
Well, it was kind of freaky at the time. And then he went into a downstairs neighbor's apartment and started climbing into this chick's bed
Oh,
because he was in a seizure. It's like, somebody else gonna fuck him up now.
I don't know how much of that was real.
yeah, I gotta tell you,
Seizures?
the seizures my son
No, he
had were
did
not
have
like
seizure
that.
disorder, and they did some operation to fix it. But then that's when he was a asshole to my mom and pretty much was done with my mom.
Yeah.
The first time my son had seizures was kind of weird. I mean, it was the first time he had seizures, but he kept asking my brother to take him to Red Lobster afterward.
The what?
He just kept saying, "Will you take me to Red Lobster? Will you take me to Red Lobster? Uncle Ryan, will you take me to Red Lobster?"
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
it was weird because later on he has no memory of doing that at all.
Oh shit. All right.
Well, he
Yeah,
had like
that's what Ken was doing.
Was that like before or after?
Remember when Ken took that video game and tried to hook it up to the heating system in the van?
Yeah.
He was having a seizure and he thought he was, I don't know what the hell he thought he was doing, but it was that type of thing. Remember when he thought he was like Cobra?
I want to know if those are like tells, when it's starting, like your
oh,
brain.
this is between the hard seizures because I mean he had my son had grand mal ones and those were
Terrible.
that looks scary.
Yeah.
He came out looking gorked and drooling and nothing behind his eyes.
Yeah, my stepdad had grand mal seizures too. He literally put his forearm on a burner in the middle of the night. We woke up to clouds of smoke because his flesh was burning.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's what I said. If you've ever smelled flesh burning or flesh and hair burning, it's a smell that you're not gonna probably soon forget.
You'll never forget it.
I haven't. Yeah.
Have you ever heard of the Bodies exhibit?
Yes.
Yeah.
They had a showing of that in Indianapolis, and my father got my wife and I tickets. So we went and saw it, and it was cool, whatever. But it was in the
Really
same
an odd
building.
thing to get someone's tickets for.
Well, it was just, especially at that time, I didn't have that kind of money. But it was a Christmas present and cool. But the exhibit was in the same building as the Weber Grill restaurant.
Oh, shit.
So we're going through, and you can smell barbecue the entire time. It was really kind of off-putting.
Yeah.
There was
That's
one thing.
hilarious.
Oh, so they had like somebody's skin completely intact, sans body, just the entire skin stretched out in this really big long case.
Deep love.
Yeah.
And my wife's looking at it, and I walk up behind her, real quiet, and I just go like that. Oh my gosh! She just started beating me.
That's some funny shit, man. Oh man. Good Lord. Mm, mm, mm. Ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-bum, bum, ba-bum. Yeah. Mm, 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 mm. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. What the hell? Mm.
Oh, it got quiet again.
Yeah, yeah, it did. Do, do, do. All right. Mm, mm, mm. Ba-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da. Beat, 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 beat. It's one extra humming.
Hopefully not. Hopefully not when it's finished anyway.
Right on.
I'm just putting the values in where her face is shadowed.
Right on.
I'm trying to use the color to do it, so
Wired. Mm, mm, mm. Is it that time already? Well, boss, I'm going to clock out for my 15-minute break. I shall return.
Thanks for the warning.
Yep. Come on, Mudley.
so someone threw a fit because they lost, huh?
Yeah, and I don't. I mean,
Was it a
again,
rejection or
yeah, it was a straight up rejection.
yeah, that's probably
Yeah, to not even get comments means that you've done something drastically stupid. So, like, I have
not the
one
right
where
genre.
what?
Like it's not the right genre.
Yeah, or they had F bombs or something. I mean, you really have to screw that up. Um, Personally, I think the story I sent in for quarter 1, I thought, I'm like, I got a rejection on that, like a rejection with comments, and I thought that was kind of harsh. I was getting a little worried at that point because that was like the third rejection in a row I'd gotten, and but I'm pretty sure if I had to guess, which I do, I guess, uh, it was rejected because it was too close to horror, like space horror. So like,
Yeah, and the PG-13, it's really odd how they decide what PG-13 is, because PG-13 you're allowed like 3 F bombs or something like that. It's really
one,
weird.
there's what was it called? Get Shorty, I think. Um, it's one of my favorite John Travolta films, uh, or maybe it's Be Cool. Might be Cool, which is the sequel. I think that's what it is. They drop one F bomb at the beginning because they're talking, but they're like, you can say fuck once, but that's it. And for the rest of the movie, nobody ever says it again. So,
Huh.
but it's kind of, I mean, they're in the film industry in that film. I don't know if you've ever seen it or not, but
Oh yeah, I've read the book
well, I've enjoyed the films
with
of
Shorty anyway.
Get Shorty and Be Cool. I like them.
Um, Get Shorty. Like, I don't know. Have you ever read Elmore Leonard, or have you read much of Elmore Leonard?
I have not read much.
He tends to not have very good endings, or not very clear endings. It's like he already said, like he said it himself, that he uh, he just looked up and goes, "Oh, I've got to end it somewhere," and does something for the ending. It's not even planned. But yeah, in the end of Get Shorty, they weren't making the movie. They were still talking about making the movie. It was not really a clear ending. The movie had a little bit more of a clear ending, but even that wasn't super clear. Just it was they made a movie. Elmore Leonard tends to write strong characters, but he doesn't write very clean plots. It's really hard to figure out sometimes what's going on. I know in Get Shorty, I think he tells the story that he wants to tell, or how he figures he's going to do the story, like 4 times, to the point where I'm reading and I'm going, really, you just couldn't make some shit up? You couldn't have something else uh, fill that space? And it really just, he didn't have anything else really that did fill that space. So now I'm gonna have a whole bunch of people saying that I'm a hater, but I'm not. I'm not. Just some things you can tell clearly were kind of made up seat of the pants, and nobody went back and tried to smooth it out.
Right.
And I think that was the case, my experience with a lot of Elmo Leonard stuff.
Well, at a certain point in time, it kind of makes sense. I mean, if you're selling books, how much time do you want to spend on a draft? The cynical capitalist nature of some of it just, you know,
Well, yeah, I guess maybe. Elmo Leonard was, hmm, I don't know. I really don't know how to explain it, but some things could have been clearer.
that makes sense. That's one of those things where the chapter in the book that I've been sharing with the group, it's a complicated chapter for like what's coming up. Like so far, it's been relatively easy because I've introduced some characters, but it's it is not an easy bit of work on this section. Like a lot of times, like introduction, the characters and whatnot, relatively simple, but this has got to be like a lot of action. Like it's not necessarily fighting action. It's just people are doing things and they're in conflict and keeping the point of view straight and all
Right?
that stuff. Just it's not easy. But that I'm also working on a couple short stories.
I'm just working on the one story when I got time. I keep telling myself I'm going to work on my comic. But that's all it amounts to. Like, I think about it a little bit.
Well, it's like last night I'm working on this short story and kind of got stuck and like, all right, whatever. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. I was like, go to bed. And I'm trying to think of how to fix this problem I'm having. And I got ideas for how to revamp the first chapter of the novel. I was like, well, that's useless. I mean, it's not useless. It's just,
Right, that's not what I'm looking for.
yeah. And the short story, I have an introduction for it, or an intro, I guess. And then I was like, a lot of ways of redoing that. I'm like, okay, that's nice, brain, but could we focus on the part that we need? It's a giant hand.
Oh,
Whew.
la dee la da, do do do, and all that good shit. Hmm. Boy, it's quiet. I'm surprised ain't nobody been in the chat.
Well, there's people watching, but people are not really involved.
Get involved. We'll love your company. They just like to watch. Ba-da-ba-ba-bum.
I know a few of them.
What's that?
They just like to watch, so I know a few of them.
Mm, yeah. Different websites for that kind of stuff. Yeah. Yeah. No more tears. Ooh, music.
Yeah, that would probably help, right? Since nobody wants to sing
Well, you know,
original.
oh,
Oh,
you know.
Yeah, I know. I had to make it specific.
Hmm. Yeah. What a wow. Yeah. I love that watered down Dr. Pepper.
Is it watered down or the ice now?
Yeah, making it watered down.
Well, yeah, but one is because the ice melted, and the other one is because somebody watered it down.
Oh, the ice melted.
I was asking because, you know, some people do that shit. They don't mix the soda machines right or whatever.
It started off good. Now it just tastes like stagnant. Cold, wet stagnant.
I've noticed that Vikings and barbarians wear a lot of brown.
Leather.
Certain shows represent them in wearing a lot of black, but there wasn't black dye back then, so
Right.
it was a big deal when they actually made black dye. Something I learned from reading historical fiction and how people that read historical fiction take the authors to task if they miss something.
Bing, 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 bing.
Yeah. That actually should be weird. hell is that?
My phone.
It was the bomb.
Well, if it's a bomb, I'm all good.
I'm not.
Hey, Big Steve. Hey, Big Steve. Hey, Big Steve. Big Steve.
What? Hold on, gotta mute.
All right.
Nobody watching anymore.
Nobody watching? Well, that's sweet. Yeah, it's weird.
Hey, Big Steve. Big Steve. Really getting some muddy color in there. That's my attention. Guess I haven't worked with these in too long of a time. Got this kind of mossy green color that wasn't supposed to be mossy green. Guess that's okay though.
Hey, there's a comment.
Holy crap.
Holy shit. Rock on, my friend.
Oh, cool.
You need help, like help lifting it? Is it heavy?
What's that?
Is the rock heavy? Is he calling for help?
Don't think so. He is another artist. His name is Gevney. He has a channel where he does a lot of comic book stuff.
Yeah.
He's also an art teacher. I've actually asked him to come on and co-host for a little bit because he's another artist and we could hang out and draw together.
Right on.
Haven't seemed to work out though. Like every time that I need a co-host, he's pretty much got playing.
I need a minute, man. I'll be right back.
The values are all too dark. I'm sure there's going to be some more dark values in there. One of these days I'll learn how to do stuff right. It doesn't mean I'll do stuff right, but it just means I'll know how to.
heavy. Sorry, guys. Yeehaw.
Oh, Rich disappeared.
It
There
did.
he is.
You don't see him?
Yeah, he's back now.
That happened to me earlier.
Just makes me wonder if something's going on with wires or the string yard.
I don't know.
I
Flickering.
don't know.
It shouldn't be because I pay for string yard, so
Right.
looks much better on camera than it does in person this time. But the colors move around, so that's really the main thing.
Come on.
Hmm.
Rich, I gotta go.
Have a good one, man.
All right, man. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out for a while.
See ya.
Yeah,
Looks good.
yeah, dude.
Guess I got to clean my mixing surfaces off, really.
Right.
And I got to heighten the value.
You got to do what?
Heighten the value.
Uh,
Lighten it up.
right.
Basically, it's too dark right now. Trying to get some warm colors in, but it seems like I'm getting the warmer colors in places I don't really want to get the warmer colors in.
Right on.
I want the cold colors on the creatures. Now I have to darken the value. Do that with a little bit of blue.
Yeah.
Because when you add blue to brown, it comes closer to black. So can you see the colors and where they're going
Yeah, okay.
and the subjects?
Yes, sir. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
What happened?
Oh, water is so sensitive. Trying to bring back the lower of her face and mostly her face is in the shadow.
Right.
But not relevant right now. Not for the color comp.
Uh huh.
It's relevant enough to know her face is in shadow. This is a very small area. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for that color composition.
Okay.
2.5 hours, yay!
Yay.
Then this should be a lot quicker. But part of it's working out where I want the color.
Right.
Which is not like a direct answer.
A direct answer.
Yeah, it's something that you kind of play around with until you like.
Right. Okay.
So it's not like oh, it's going to be this color and that color. And once I get a level of mastery, that'll probably be the way it is. But I also wanted to have them a little bit further in the middle, but I didn't get that far.
Mm.
So I guess we gotta figure out when we're doing the drawing so that we can make an announcement. We got 12 people interested right now.
All right. Very cool.
Gotta have somebody impartial do the actual drawing. We're gonna find somebody that has no stake in it. All right, well, 0 viewers, 2.5 hours, color comp done.
All right.
We're gonna call it.
All right. All right. That's cool. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a great, blessed night.
Yep, we'll make an announcement about the drawing as soon as we figure out how that's gonna work out. Good night. God bless.
Good night.
We love you all.
We love y'all. Love, peace, chicken grease. Have a good one, guys. Continue away.